Oh, buckle up because what just went down between Chrisean Rock and Blueface makes every celebrity reunion you've ever seen look like a church potluck. The cameras were rolling, the tears were flowing, and the tension, thick enough to slice with a diamond chain. Blueface, freshly out of prison, finally came face to face with the woman who turned his life into a 24-hour viral reality show. And baby, it wasn't pretty. This wasn't just a reunion. This was emotional warfare disguised as love. Picture The Notebook, directed by Zeus Network, co-produced by Chaos itself. Fans are calling it the most awkward, heartbreaking, and explosive moment in internet history, and that's before the cameras even panned to Chrisean's face. She broke down. Not the cute influencer cry either, we're talking full meltdown, mascara streaming like rainfall in a Drake video. Meanwhile, Blueface stood there looking like he'd rather be back in a cell. The energy was insane, like watching two volcanoes try to apologize mid-eruption. And when you hear what was really said during that private moment, oh, it's uglier than their timeline history combined. This wasn't a reunion, this was a reckoning. Get ready, this is Fame Ripple, and the drama just got resurrected. It all started the moment those prison doors clanked open. Cameras flashed like paparazzi at a royal wedding, and out walked Blueface, freshly faded, calm, and grinning like he just beat a final boss level in life. Fans screamed, reporters chased, and the internet practically combusted. But the real explosion wasn't outside those gates. It was waiting in the shadows, a storm named Chrisean Rock. The minute word spread that she was on her way to see him, you could practically feel the Wi-Fi trembling. Twitter users said it best: forget the Super Bowl, this reunion is the main event of the year. Because this wasn't just any reunion. This was the couple that turned toxic love into an Olympic sport. They fought, they cried, they made up, they broke up, they went live and somehow made everyone else feel like unpaid extras in their chaos. But after months apart, Blueface behind bars and Chrisean raising their baby under the world's microscope, this meeting wasn't just emotional. It was biblical. It was Genesis. The return of the problem child. When Chrisean arrived, you could tell she wasn't ready for what was coming. Dressed down but dramatic, she carried the kind of emotional energy you can't fake. She looked like someone walking into closure or straight into a hurricane. The second she saw Blueface, her entire body froze. The man she once loved, fought, and cried over was standing in front of her, free again. But instead of that movie-style run and hug, there was silence. Long, heavy silence. You could hear the tension from another zip code. Blueface smiled, that smug, cold, calculated smirk that's launched 1,000 think pieces. Chrisean's eyes? Wet, but unblinking. The world expected fireworks. What they got was something deeper, a quiet kind of pain that screamed louder than any shouting match they've ever had. It was the look of two people who've seen too much of each other to ever go back, yet can't seem to let go. Then came the tears. Real ones. Chrisean broke. Fans called it the moment reality hit her. For the first time in years, she wasn't performing. She wasn't fighting, she was just human. Her voice cracked, her hands shook, and Blueface stood there like a man trying to figure out whether to comfort her or call security. This wasn't love. This was history bleeding out in public. But let's rewind, because this moment didn't happen out of nowhere. The tension between them had been simmering since the day Blueface got locked up. Remember those live videos? The interviews? The cryptic tweets? Chrisean swearing she'd moved on, then crying to his music a week later? It was all part of the prelude to this collision. And fans have been feeding off it like emotional junkies. Ever since Blueface's arrest, rumors had been flying. Some said Chrisean had been secretly visiting him. Others swore she cut him off completely. But the real gag? Leaked messages from insiders hinted that Chrisean had been denied from seeing him for weeks until now. Word on the street was that this meeting wasn't spontaneous. It was planned, filmed, controlled. A reunion that doubled as content, because in their world, pain equals profit. The energy shifted fast. People started asking questions. Was this genuine emotion or a publicity resurrection? Was she crying because she missed him? Or because she finally realized the weight of everything that went down? Either way, the cameras were ready. Every angle caught. Every sniffle immortalized. Because if there's one thing Chrisean and Blueface know how to do better than anyone, it's turn heartbreak into headlines. As soon as the footage leaked, social media went ballistic. Fans argued over who won the moment. Team Blueface said he handled it like a king, calm, cold, in control. Team Chrisean called it emotional manipulation on camera. Comment sections turned into war zones. He's gaslighting her with a smile. One user screamed, "She's milking tears for sympathy." Another countered, "It wasn't just gossip anymore. It was psychological warfare dressed in designer tracksuits." Behind the tears, though, something darker was brewing. Close friends reportedly said that Blueface's first words to her weren't, "I missed you, but so now you care?" That hit like a punch. Fans said the tension was palpable, painful, and primetime TV worthy. The kind of energy that can only come from love that's been both lived and weaponized. The moment Chrisean tried to hug him, Blueface stepped back. He didn't flinch, he paused. That one hesitation sent the internet spiraling. Analysts, bloggers, even self-appointed toxic relationship experts went to work decoding the gesture like FBI agents. Was it rejection? Fear? Control? Whatever it was, it showed that this reunion wasn't about forgiveness, it was about unfinished business. And here's where the leaks started pouring in. Sources claimed the meeting wasn't just emotional, it got heated. Off camera, allegedly, words were exchanged that no one was supposed to hear. Chrisean reportedly confronted him about what he said while locked up. Those cryptic tweets, the subliminal digs, the rumors about new women. Blueface allegedly laughed it off, saying, "You knew who I was before the cuffs." That line alone could win the award for most toxic quote of the year. Still, the part that broke everyone came later. As Blueface walked away, Chrisean supposedly whispered, "I thought we'd fix it." That one sentence echoed across the internet like a tragic monologue. Fans clipped it, edited it, added sad piano music, turning it into digital heartbreak content for the algorithm. Within hours, #Chrisean Breaks Down was trending. Even people who didn't follow the saga couldn't escape the emotional tsunami. And in the midst of the chaos, theories flooded the web. Some said the entire thing was scripted, a setup for their next reality show. Others claimed it was the final goodbye. But no one could deny the chemistry, that electric, exhausting, can't live with you, can't live without you tension that made their story impossible to ignore. Because whether you love them or hate them, Blueface and Chrisean are the Romeo and Juliet of dysfunction. Only this time, the balcony's on fire, and the world's watching live. The aftermath of that first meeting was instant madness. Clips hit Instagram before the sun even set. Zeus Network allegedly reached out within hours to discuss options. YouTube reactors racked up millions of views, breaking down every second. Even mainstream outlets TMZ, The Shade Room, Hollywood Unlocked couldn't resist. Blueface free Chrisean Rock breaks down on site. One headline screamed, but here's the thing, nobody cared about headlines anymore. People wanted closure. They wanted to see if love could survive humiliation, betrayal, and viral fame. And for the first time, both Blueface and Chrisean looked like they didn't have the answers. This wasn't a reunion for the cameras. This was two souls realizing that fame turned their love story into an unpaid reality show, and the world got rich watching them suffer. As the footage spread, you could feel the divide deepen. Supporters of Chrisean flooded her comments with hearts, prayers, and "you deserve better" messages. Meanwhile, Blueface fans celebrated his comeback like a victory lap. He walked out of prison and straight into peace. One fan wrote, "But peace was the last thing happening here. This was emotional warfare in full HD. And everyone watching knew one thing for sure, this was only the beginning." Because if that first meeting left Chrisean in tears, the next one was bound to leave the internet in ashes. The internet didn't even cool down from the first encounter before chaos reignited like gasoline meeting fire. Within hours, that clip of Chrisean Rock crying in front of Blueface became the most shared, dissected, and memed moment of the week. You couldn't scroll without seeing it. Reaction videos, TikTok edits, fan theories, and body language breakdowns by people with psychology degrees from Google University. Everyone thought they knew the truth. Everyone had an opinion. And everyone was loud, The celebrity reactions hit next, and they came faster than TMZ's refresh rate. Carlissa, Blueface's mom and the unofficial queen of family feuds, went live immediately. "She crying now?" she said, rolling her eyes like she'd been waiting for this day. "Where was that energy when my son was behind bars?" It was part roast, part rant, and part masterclass in generational drama. Within minutes, #Carlissa Start Edit was trending. People compared her to Kris Jenner if Kris was managing chaos instead of billionaires. Then Taseki, Blueface's sister, jumped in with her own take. She posted a shady caption that read, "Real women don't perform for cameras." Translation: direct hit at Chrisean. Fans flooded her comments with clown emojis and fire symbols. Within hours, Zeus Network fans were already demanding a spin-off, Meet the Mother, the Sister. And the problem? It was messy, dramatic, and exactly what the internet ordered. Celebrities outside the Blueface orbit started chiming in too. Cardi B allegedly liked a tweet saying, "This is why you don't date chaos." Nicki Minaj fanbase The Barbs naturally declared Chrisean the female Blueface. Meanwhile, Boozy Badaz, the unfiltered commentator of hip-hop, posted a video laughing, saying, "Man, that boy just got out and already got a new case of drama. Free Blueface from Blueface." It was savage, hilarious, and instantly viral. But the memes? Oh, the memes were undefeated. Someone edited the clip to make it look like a sad Netflix trailer titled "Tears for Toxicity," the Blue Rock story. Another had Chrisean's crying face photoshopped onto the Mona Lisa with the caption, "She's a masterpiece of emotional damage." TikTok went nuclear, using her tearful moment for every relatable sound imaginable, from heartbreak edits to "when your DoorDash cancels." In short, the internet took her pain and turned it into digital popcorn. Still, something about this reunion hit deeper than the usual chaos. Fans began noticing Blueface's energy, that calm, almost smug demeanor. They said he looked like a man who'd made peace with being the villain. "He's not arguing anymore," one fan wrote. "That's when you know it's over." The theory spread fast. Blueface wasn't trying to get Chrisean back. He was trying to prove he didn't need her. And that's when things got messy again. A clip leaked from the same meetup, showing Blueface allegedly saying, "You love me when I'm locked up but hate me when I'm free." That line hit harder than a diss track. It was cold, calculated, and perfectly quotable, the kind of line fans turn into captions and EXCs use in their breakup stories. Overnight, Blueface became the villain-hero hybrid no one could stop watching. Meanwhile, Chrisean went live crying again, but this time angry. "He ain't even say hi to his son first," she shouted between sobs. "He hugged his phone before he hugged us." Fans flooded the chat with crying emojis and broken hearts. Some blamed her for still chasing him, others blamed him for breaking her spirit. The timeline was a war zone: Team Chrisean versus Team Blueface, with the world watching like it was the Super Bowl of toxicity, and of course, the receipts started dropping. Alleged texts surfaced showing Blueface messaging another woman hours after his release. Screenshots, voice notes, timestamps. Fans were doing full FBI work. How you walk out of prison and straight into the DMs. One user tweeted. Another added, "Blueface didn't get paroled. He got promoted to professional heartbreaker." The drama was spinning faster than Chrisean's emotions. But the biggest twist came when Wack 100, Blueface's manager, entered the chat. He confirmed that the reunion was real, but what he said next flipped everything upside down. "Ain't no love story, that's closure," Wack said. Blueface done moved on. He just had to see it with his own eyes. Boom. The internet froze. The idea that this was a goodbye, not a comeback, hit fans like a gut punch. Suddenly, every frame of that reunion took on new meaning. The tears, the silence, the awkward body language. It wasn't love rekindled. It was heartbreak televised. Chrisean wasn't crying for Blueface, she was crying for the end of the chaos that made her famous. The queen of crazy in love had just realized her throne was built on quicksand. As usual though, she didn't stay quiet for long. Within 24 hours, she dropped a cryptic Instagram post, "God knows my heart, even when they don't." The caption was soft, but the subtext was pure fire. Everyone knew it was about him. Blueface clapped back instantly with his own post. God no, I tried. It was the shortest, pettiest online exchange of the year, and fans ate it up like free drama at brunch. By this point, the ripple effect had gone global. Chrisean's breakdown made international tabloids. UK gossip pages called it America's most public heartbreak. Even celebrity therapists started doing TikToks diagnosing their relationship, like it was a group project in dysfunction. Words like trauma bond, love addiction, and public toxicity trended for days. Somehow, their chaos had turned into a global therapy session. Meanwhile, Zeus Network saw the dollar signs glowing like neon lights. Rumors spread that they were already negotiating a reunion special. Working titles floated online. Blueface returns, the breakup that broke the internet, and rock bottom, Chrisean's redemption, whether real or not. Fans believed it because when it comes to these two, every rumor sounds like truth, and in the background, the music industry started weighing in. Producers whispered about a possible joint single titled After the Bars. Fans joked it'd sound like a diss track disguised as a love song. But beneath the humor, everyone knew this wasn't about music anymore. This was about power, pain, and the endless loop of fame that keeps both of them trapped in each other's orbit. Even Drake's name got dragged into the chaos after a viral clip showed him liking a fan tweet that read, "If they ever make a movie about toxic love, I'm casting Blueface and Chrisean." Fans immediately flooded his comments. Drake, sit this one out before she thinks you trying to collab. The shade, the memes, the commentary, it was pandemonium. But the emotional center of it all? That image of Chrisean breaking down in front of him. Because no matter how many jokes flew, everyone could feel the pain behind those tears. You could meme it, remix it, or tweet it. But the truth was undeniable. This was a woman realizing that the man she fought the world for might never fight for her the same way again, and as the dust settled, one thing became painfully clear: this wasn't the end of their saga. It was just the midpoint. Because in the Blueface Chrisean universe, every tear leads to a tweet, every fight leads to a live, and every heartbreak turns into content. The cameras may stop rolling, but the chaos? Never. The only question left: how much heartbreak can go viral before it stops being entertainment? The aftermath was louder than the moment itself. The internet woke up the next morning acting like it had witnessed a national tragedy. Every gossip page, every entertainment blog, every YouTube reactor had turned that reunion into the Super Bowl of emotional disasters. Hashtags flooded timelines. Hashtag #BlueFaceEyes back. Hashtag pray for Chrisean. Hashtag toxic royalty, and the ever-trending hashtag Blueface and Rock. It wasn't just a breakup anymore, it was a cultural event. Chrisean went radio silent for almost 24 hours, and in influencer time, that's basically forever. Fans refreshed her Instagram like it was a countdown clock. Then, just when everyone thought she was hiding, she dropped the post that shook the algorithm. A picture of her holding baby Chrisean JRB, no makeup, swollen eyes, captioned, "I love him, but I love peace more." That single line sent shockwaves through the entire fandom. It wasn't loud. It wasn't petty. It was heartbreak wrapped in maturity, the kind people didn't think she was capable of. Comments flooded in, "You grew up right in front of us. This is the end of an era. Protect this woman at all costs." It was like watching the internet switch from laughing at her to mourning for her. Blueface, of course, wasn't about to stay quiet. Hours later, he posted a clip from the studio smoking, recording a bar that said, "Tears dry quick." When the cameras hit record, fans couldn't believe it. Was that a shot? A confession? Or just another verse in their never-ending war of words? Either way, it was classic Blueface, heartless, smooth, and perfectly timed for maximum chaos. The clip trended instantly. People called it evil genius energy, others called it the last straw. But either way, everyone was watching, and that's when the media stepped in. Major outlets started writing think pieces with titles like "The Price of Public Love," "Chrisean Rock and the Digital Downfall of Intimacy." Academics joined podcasts analyzing their relationship like it was Shakespeare in a trap beat. Even relationship coaches jumped on live saying, "What we're seeing here is trauma bonding in 4K. Suddenly, what started as reality TV drama turned into a national conversation about fame, love, and pain. Behind the headlines, insiders whispered that producers were already planning a follow-up show, this time about Chrisean's healing journey. They wanted to flip the script from chaos to comeback. America loves redemption arcs, one Zeus insider allegedly said. And Chrisean's ready for hers. But there was a catch: Blueface wanted creative control. If she's telling her story, he reportedly said, "I'm part of it." The man couldn't resist inserting himself into her spotlight one last time. Fans, however, had chosen their side. Chrisean became a symbol, the messy, imperfect woman who finally chose herself. Memes shifted from clowning to cheering her on. Brands that once kept their distance suddenly reached out with empowerment deals. She was being rebranded in real time, from tabloid drama queen to survivor. And the irony? The whole transformation was fueled by the same chaos that once destroyed her. Fame had eaten her alive, and now it was paying her back in sympathy and sponsorships. Meanwhile, Blueface's reputation hit turbulence. For the first time, even his fans started turning on him. "Bro been out of jail 5 minutes and already ruining peace," one tweet said. Another added, "He not toxic anymore, he's just tired." Comment sections overflowed with people calling him out for mocking a woman who helped build his fame. Some called him ungrateful, others numb, yet Blueface seemed unbothered. He tweeted, "Y'all still talking about me? Mission accomplished." Classic villain behavior. And if that wasn't enough, a mysterious clip leaked a week later allegedly showing them meeting again privately. No cameras, no crowd, just a quiet exchange in a parking lot. You couldn't hear the words, but the energy was undeniable, distance mixed with familiarity. She looked hurt. He looked done. It wasn't closure, but it was real. Fans dubbed it the final scene, whether planned or accidental. It gave the saga the perfect cinematic ending. The ripple effect across pop culture was insane. Late-night hosts joked about it. Rappers referenced it in bars. Even comedians turned it into punchlines. If love's a battlefield, Blueface and Chrisean are the Marines. But underneath the humor was a strange respect, because despite all the chaos, they had managed to dominate entertainment through pure raw emotion. No PR team, no filters, just uncut drama. They didn't just break the internet, they trained it to expect nothing less. And for Chrisean, that breakdown in front of him became her origin story. She started posting gym clips, motivational quotes, and snippets of new music, raw, emotional, and surprisingly good. Fans said she was channeling pain into power. Her follower count skyrocketed. The same people who once laughed now rooted for her. Every track, every tear, every tweet became part of her rebrand. The girl who finally let go. Blueface, on the other hand, embraced the villain arc. He leaned into the controversy, posting cryptic captions and flexing new deals. One photo showed him counting stacks of cash with the caption, "Emotion don't pay bills." Savage? Yes. Strategic? Absolutely. Because in today's internet economy, being hated pays just as well as being loved. Yet somewhere in the noise, you could sense a quiet truth: both of them were trapped in the machine they built. Every move fed the algorithm. Every emotion turned into engagement. The breakup wasn't just personal, it was monetized heartbreak. The line between pain and performance had vanished. And everyone watching was part of it. Weeks later, an unexpected twist hit the timeline. A new song dropped out of nowhere, Chrisean's single "Closure." The chorus hit like therapy. "You broke me on camera, but I healed off screen." Fans went wild. It wasn't a diss track. It was a declaration. Within days, the song hit the charts. The tears that once trended had now turned into triumph. That's when the truth became undeniable. This wasn't just a messy reunion. It was a mirror showing how love, pain, and fame have become entertainment in the digital age. Blueface and Chrisean didn't just break each other's hearts. They broke the boundary between real life and reality TV. And now, they're both living proof that in 2025, heartbreak isn't private, it's profitable. So when people ask what really happened at that first meeting, The answer's simple. Two people who once ruled chaos finally faced the truth and the cameras caught it all. Chrisean walked away in tears. Blueface walked away in pride. And the internet? It walked away with another obsession, because in the end, this wasn't just a reunion, it was a modern tragedy, written in likes, tears, and retweets. And everyone watching played a part. And that, folks, is how a reunion turned into a viral heartbreak masterpiece. Blueface walked out of prison like a man on a mission, and Chrisean Rock walked straight into an emotional minefield, and somehow, the internet got front row seats to the explosion. The tears were real, the shade was colder than Antarctica, and the memes? Oh, they'll live forever. If this doesn't make the Kardashians pack up their cameras and retire, nothing will. But let's be honest, this story isn't over. It never is. Because every time Blueface blinks, Chrisean posts. Every time she heals, he tweets. It's like watching a toxic relay race where the baton is made of heartbreak and Wi-Fi. So while they figure out if they're soulmates, enemies, or just each other's worst habits, we'll be right here breaking it all down, frame by frame. Because drama like this doesn't stream itself. Smash that like button like you're throwing Carlissa out of a live stream. Drop a comment and tell me, was that reunion closure, content, or the start of another Zeus-level disaster? I want theories, chaos, and hot takes so wild even TMZ would blush. And don't forget to subscribe, because here at Fame Ripple, we don't chase rumors, we catch them red-handed. This is where scandals breathe, tears trend, and every secret eventually slips. Turn on notifications like it's Blueface's ankle monitor, because the next drop might just flip the internet again. This has been Fame Ripple, where love burns hotter, lies travel faster, and fame never fades quietly. Stay messy, stay watching, and remember, in this game, heartbreak is the headline.